Hacking can be a scary topic. Every day it seems another company gets hacked, and that's just what we hear in the news. I've never wanted to break into a database, but I've often wondered how these hackers get their start. Then, just the other day, I noticed my son was playing a game on the web. The game had no form of login, but each time he came back, the game remembered where he was and he could continue. The fact that he didn't have to log in made me wonder how the website was tracking him. Then it hit me. A cookie was storing the game's progress. With that knowledge, I was able to hack the game. I was so excited by my discovery that I wanted to share how I did it with you. All you need to know are a few simple steps and how to interpret something called a JSON file. Let's start with interpreting JSON. JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation, and it's a human-readable way to store data. Although the name contains JavaScript, no coding experience is needed to understand it. JSON is quite simple and looks something like this. In this example, there's a piece of data called a key-value pair, where the key is name and the value is David. The brackets on the outside denote a space for key-value pairs to be grouped. This group of key-value pairs is called an object. So more key-value pairs could be added onto the object like this. This JSON example here has a few more key-value pairs, each separated by a comma. Notice that the value for age, 28, does not have quotes around it. That's because numbers don't need quotes. Only groups of characters, or strings as they're commonly called, need quotes. The last JSON point to learn is that the value in a key-value pair could also be an object denoted by brackets. If a pet object is added to the JSON, it would look like this. Notice that the pet key's value starts and ends with brackets, which means the pet is a new object. You may also notice that some of the same key names are reused in pet, like name and age. That's allowed as long as the duplicate keys are in different objects. The top object, David, can't have name as a key twice, but an object within that object can reuse it just fine. No need to get hung up on that if it's confusing, but it's just good to know it can happen. And now that we know a little bit about JSON, let's get hacking. The game we'll be hacking today is called Awesome Tanks. In this game, you're a tank and you try to blow up other tanks before they can blow up you. You earn in-game money that you can use to upgrade your tank with new weapons, better armor, and a few other things, and the more you play, the more money you get. Unless you know how to hack it. With the game open on your Chrome browser, go ahead and start the game. Open up your developer tools and open application. If you don't see application, you might need to click on these arrows to find it, but it'll be right there. From here, look for local storage and find the one that references Cool Math Games. That's the website we're on. Now in here, look for something that says Awesome Tanks, which is right here in all caps. Now look at this over here and consider what you're looking at for a moment. Does it seem familiar? It's JSON. In Chrome, you even have it down here in this nice breakdown, and I can start investigating things I'd like to change. Now I'm just going to change one value that stands out to me, which is money, because who wouldn't? It's hard to change this value within this dev tool, but I can actually just come up here, copy this whole thing, and open what's called a JSON linter that helps me to format my JSON, read it really easily, and make any edits. So I'll paste it in here, hit validate JSON, and there we go. Now if I scroll down to game and I find money, I'll just add a 1 and a couple of zeros. And then I'll highlight everything, copy it again, come back in here and paste it. Now it's not going to update right away. You actually have to restart the game. So we'll go ahead and reload the page. And once we go in, we can start tossing around our awesome tank Benjamins around like they're nothing. Well, I hope this has given you some insight into the world of technology and hacking. Now, this hack is not sophisticated, and the game we hacked wasn't trying to do anything fancy to stop us. But you can see that with a little know-how, you might be able to hack some sites. Thanks for watching.